So here are the answers to the Chapter 6 study guide. So the first question says, consider the two rectangles shown below. One has 15 by 25, the other is 30 by 50. Part A says, are the two rectangles similar? How do you know? The correct answer is yes, they have a scale factor of 2. So as long as we have a consistent multiplier, 25 times 2 is 50, 15 times 2 is 30, we know that it's similar. What is the ratio of the smaller perimeter to the larger perimeter? So 25 plus 25 is 50. Plus 15 plus 15 is 30. So it equals 80. And then 50 plus 50 plus 30 plus 30 equals 160. So it's 80 over 160 because it's small to large, which would be 1/2, which makes sense because it's half as big. What's the ratio of the smaller area to the larger area? So the smaller area is 375 because it's 25 times 15, and the larger area is 1500. And if we simplify that, we get 1/4. Problem number 2, study the tile pattern and create a table, a graph, and a rule for it. And then what number is in 100? So if I started with the table, figure 0 is 1. Figure 1 has 4. Figure 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going up by plus 3, which sets my growth. So then I can say figure 3 is 10. Figure 4 would be 13. So I like to write my rule next. So I know my rule is y equals 3x plus 1 because that's my 0 figure. So in my graph, I'm going to do 1. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So there's my graph. And then the 100th figure, I just put it in to my rule. So I'm going to do 3 times 100 plus 1, or 301. Problem 3, if the two shapes below are similar, calculate the value of x. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can write a proportion. You could figure out what it's multiplying by. So I wrote a proportion, which does not have to be the way that you do it, but you can. So I said I know 21 over 51 equals 2x plus 3 over 34, because these match up, these match up. I cross multiplied, and I got 102x plus 153, because I distributed, equals 714. Subtracted 153. I got 102x equals 561 divided by 102. And I got x equals 5.5. Problem 4. So I have an L-shaped polygon. Shown on the coordinate grid, draw the dilation of this polygon after multiplying each coordinate by 3. What's the coordinate of the point 1, -2 after the dilation? So I started with, so 0, 0 is going to stay the same. -1, 0 is going to become -3, 0. -1, 1 is going to become -3, 3. 1, 1 will become 3, 3. 1, 0 will become 3, 0. 1, 2 will become 3, 6. And 0, -2 will become 0, -6. So my new shape is going to look like this. So then the question says, where did 1, -2 go? So 1, -2 is right here. It became 3, -6. Problem number 5, a 7 by 7 meter square is reduced so that each side is half as long. So it's a square, it was 7 meters, 7 meters. So it became a smaller square. Reducing it by half would make it 3.5 meters by 3.5 meters. So it says write the ratio of the perimeter of the new to the old. So the perimeter of the new is going to be 14 meters to 28 meters, or 1/2, 1 to 2. Write the ratio of the areas in order from new. So it's 12.25 to 49, which simplifies down to 1/4. So then it says, how does the ratio of the perimeter compare to the amount the square was reduced by? It's equal, reduced by half, ratio is half. And then this mistakenly is the same question. Should have been areas, which if we had talked about areas, it would be 1/4, which is 1/2 and times 1 times, or squared, which would be 1/4. Problem 6, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Solve for the both unknowns. So I know that 16 times 2, so my scale factor is 2. So for X, I'm going to do 9 times 2, which is 18 meters. And for Y, I'm going to do 15 times 2, which is 30 meters. Problem number 7, translate the shape 10 units to the left and down 5. What are the coordinates of the new shape? So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was there right there. So when I connect them, so the new coordinates are -2, 0, -6, -1, -7, -6, -1, -7. Next one, it says reflect the shape across the y-axis, then translate it down 7 units and write 4. What are the coordinates of the new shape? So first I would reflect them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. So I like to just count, unless you could easily tell, like that last point, you could tell exactly where it's going to be. And then I'm going to translate it down 7 and write 4. Change colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4. My new ordered pairs are 0, -3. 1, -8. -5, -9, and -4, -2. Next one, each pair of figures below, calculate the length of the unknown side. So this first one, I know that when I go, it depends on which way I go. This way, I am multiplying by half. This way, I am multiplying by 2. So to find x, I do 4 times 2, so x equals 8 meters. To find y, I do 18 divided by 2, so y equals 9. For b, I'm multiplying by 2. So if I go this way, I'm doing times 2, just for both of them. So 9 times 2 is 18 meters for x, and y is 15 times 2, which is 30 meters. Problem 3, for C, it's 3 times 5, or divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, so x equals 2. D, you have to separate them. So I have my small triangle, which is 6 by 9. My big triangle, which is x by 15. So I multiplied by 2.5. So I'm going to do 9 times 2.5. Where I get 22.5. So x is 22.5. And it was just units. Problem number 9, an L-shaped polygon is shown on the coordinate grid. Draw the dilation of this polygon after multiplying each coordinate by 3. So negative 1, 1 will be negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1 will become 3, 1, 3, 3. Negative 1, 0 will become negative 3, 0. 0, 0 is going to stay 0, 0. Negative 2, or 0, negative 2 is going to 0, negative 6. So our shape is going to look like this. So it says, what is the coordinate of 1, negative 2? It's 3, negative 6. It says, what's the scale factor? It's 3. Problem 10, solve the following equations. So for these, we're going to multiply through by a common denominator in order to get rid of the denominators. So this first one, they all have a common denominator, 6. So I'm going to get 30x over 6 plus 42 over 6 equals 12 over 6. And then I simplify, so I get 5x plus 7 equals 2. So I get 5x equals negative 5. So x is going to equal negative 1. For b, I'm going to multiply everything by 12. So 60x over 2 plus 24 over 3 equals 60 over 4. So I get 30x plus 8 equals 15. So I get 30x equals 7, divide both sides by 30. And I actually just left it. You could simplify it by changing it to decimal. You could just leave it 7 over 30. Problem C, I'm going to multiply through by 12 again. Be careful, make sure, do not forget to multiply the a. So I get 36 a over 4 minus 12 over 2 equals 12a plus 24 over 3. So when I simplify it, I'm going to get 9a minus 6 equals 12a plus 8. So I'm going to subtract 12a from both sides. So I get negative 3a minus 6 equals 8. So I'm going to get negative 3a equals 14 divided by negative 3. Again, I'm going to leave it as a fraction. I'm going to just leave it as negative 14 over 3. For D, I'm going to multiply everything by 8. 8 over 8 plus 40 over 8x minus 8 over 2 equals 8 over 2x plus 56 over 8. So then when I simplify, get 1 plus 5x minus 4, 4x plus 7. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. So I'm going to get x, and 1 minus 4, which is minus 3, equals 7. Add 3 to both sides. So I get x equals 10. E, I'm going to multiply everything by 18, because 18 is my lowest. So I get negative 18 over 6x plus 18 equals 18 times 7, 126 over 9. So I'm going to get negative 3x plus 18 equals 14. Subtract 18 from both sides. So I'm going to get negative 3x equals negative 4 divided by negative 3. So x equals to negative divided by negative makes it a positive 4/3. And the last one, I'm going to multiply everything by 24. So this one I'm just going to divide. So 24 times 5 divided by 6 is going to give me 20x. 24 times 3 divided by 8 is going to give me 9x. 24 divided by 2 is going to give me 12x minus 48. So I subtract x, 12x from both sides. So I'm going to get 20 minus 9, which is 11, minus 12 is negative x, equals negative 48. So then I can divide both sides by negative 1, and I get x equals positive 48.